Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Again, coming to you in the raw. Going to create some real-time ephemera. Welcome to Crash Your Trash, episode number 20. I just resumed this series this year, but I had previously, in the previous year, I'd done 18 of them. So we did 19 recently, and then this is number 20. So I just didn't even think about what I was pulling from my junk drawer, this stuff. So I picked out 4 things. So we've got some tags, which will be super easy and fast. And this is from, I believe, from one of Your Creative Studio boxes. It was some of the packaging. So I'm going to leave my board here within reach here because we are going to be doing some cutting. So since I'm not preparing ahead of time, so it's just so hard because this is so big. So let me see if I can fold it. It feels like it changes how stable it is, but let's see if we can make that. There we go. That will probably help. There we go. And so I didn't pull any papers, but this is my scrap bin. So this is everything from big recent scraps all the way down to little bitty things that we'll be able to use. So like this. Oh, this would be really cool to use. That's a piece from that mixed media paper I did. So, and then some of it's thrown in here because it got separated from the kit paper, and that's why it's in here. But we're just going to start by, let's look at this one first, just for ease. So I'm going to move that cutter so you guys can see what I'm fishing through. So I'm going to try to find a solid paper that we can cover this whole section with, all in the same paper. So this would be cool. Will that work? Yes, it will. Let's do that. So I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to pull this back over because I think I'm going to probably have to score this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and make a score line about here. Would be fun to stitch around this. Maybe I'll hook up the sewing machine and do that. Why not? I don't do a lot of sewing because it's not convenient, because my sewing machine, it's on a cart. It's on a cart right there, but I still have to like plug it in and bring it over to myself. So, okay, so I'm just going to set that on there, and I'm going to bend that right away so that we can get that trained right out of the gate. Okay, so I am going to take a moment and just plug the sewing machine in, and I'll be right back. She's on and warmed up. Okay, so that should be good for that too, so we can go ahead and just trim this down. A little bit weird there, so let me, hopefully that's not going to be a problem. If it sticks up a little bit, that's okay. So you see how we've got that kind of funny fold there. Might not have been my best moment, but. So a great idea is to collage on packaging, because it's a great way to use your scraps as well, is just to do some collage work. So see, those are all the scraps now. I'm not saving those babies. There we go. So that's that. It's got a weird top there, but let me go ahead and ink that up. It's a little bit stiff and thick because it's card. It's packaging, so that can tend to be a little bit thicker. Boom. This is a new kit I bought. It's called Lace Pages. And so since I did not prepare for this video 1 iota, I'm going to have to make notes as I go. So this was the Lace Pages kit. I do not remember the maker, but I will link it. I used it recently in something that you may or may not have seen on the channel yet. Probably I'm ahead on the videos. So okay, so let's pull this over and look for something that would go with this nicely. Oh, that was I played and I didn't end up liking it. I was trying to do the circles like coffee circles or whatever, and it didn't really work out, so I didn't keep it. Oh, this would be also very pretty. Oh goodness, so many decisions. I've got so much in here. Why is this in here? That would not normally be in here. It's not truly a scrap. I want something that's contrasty though. I don't want something that would be really pretty. I don't want something that I've been using necessarily, like I've been using this, I'm trying to break out of but this would be very pretty with it. I don't know who the maker is because this is a scrap, and I probably am not going to go look it up for you. I'm so sorry. But we're going to go ahead and put that here. And we can just glue it on and then then trim it off. It's a fast way to cover things if you don't want to take the time. I'll cut that piece separate because that didn't really work out on that other side too well. So, and then how are we going to close it? I'm thinking maybe we put an eyelet here and have this kind of get wrapped around, but we'll see. We'll see what we see when we get there. I don't have a lot of scraps that are 20-pound paper because I don't use 20-pound all that much. That is really beautiful. Love it. Or this could go over a page. It would probably work as an over the page piece as well. I have to think about what I want to do. Got a little bit of an overhang right here, but I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so let's get another piece of that if we've got enough and put it up here. Yep, we do. I'm just going to ink that edge and do the lazy thing again. It's not really lazy, it's just a shortcut. So the sun is shining bright outside right now. Just so funny. So funny. Home on a snow day. And it's not snowing. It did snow here overnight, but not very much. I mean, we had probably just under an inch, but it wasn't anything, you know, to kind of like write home about or anything. But just going to give that a press with my paper towel. We'll ink that white, the bit that you see. Yeah, nice and grungy. Nice and grungy. I don't like that white showing, you know, when you get that paper over the edge. Okay, so there's that. So, what do you guys want to do? What do you think we should do? Did we have more of this lace paper? Probably do somewhere. I'm thinking I want to make a pocket as well. This is from the same kit, so we could use a piece of this, but this was where I was experimenting with, I don't know, I was doing some kind of gusseted work, but it'd be nice to put a pocket on here. So we'll start with that, and then we'll decide if we want to do something more. Do we want the lace bit or the music? I think I want the music. Actually, we won't glue the pockets. I think I want to put some stitching across the pocket here as well. So we'll do that in a second. So I think I'll cut the pocket off about right there at that music line. Like so. Go ahead and punch a thumb notch in there. Whoa. Forgot how fun it is to work out of your scrap bin. It's been a while since I've done it. I'm so overwhelmed with my scraps though, currently. So, we can sew that, we can put this on because I don't, once I make that divot, I don't try to sew in a curve like that. I just don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my white glue here and get this pocket sewn on. Just as I said, this Barely Arts always behaves, and now she's not behaving. I think I left her open though earlier on my desk, so it's not her fault. She can be open longer than the art glitter glue though, without having a hissy fit. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue there, and here, and here. So we're not ready to sew yet because we want to make sure this glue is not super wet. So I'm just going to place that pocket right there. And while we're here, let's see if we can fish something out of here for a tag or journal card or something that can go inside of this. You know, we could do something with this. Actually, it was really quite beautiful. I just know I'm not a fan of the blue in this project, so in this piece. So let me see what else we've got. Oh, we got this. And we got this. And we got this. This would help to tie all that together, which would be nice, because that's the same creator that's made the back, so the other paper. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim this off a bit. So I'm going to trim there, and I'm going to go to about here. Trying to figure out how we can keep this down. I think it's going to have to be something that gets clipped on the page, you know, just with a, let's find a rusty paper clip here so I can show you like this and put that on there. I think that would be lovely because it's way too stiff to do anything else with. So let's ink this up. Don't think I really want to put anything on this tag. I think it speaks for itself. So we can slide that in there. I'm going to take it right back out though because that glue might be wet. So that's perfect. So let's see what else we've got in here that might be another kind of complementary piece of ephemera to go in with that. So let me just fish through here again. I don't know why I put these. I think I was sorting. These are some hearts I made. This is a tossed up messy paint project. And maybe I'll do another one of those. That was a real hit. I actually watched it originally on Shinoki Art, and it was just so much fun. You basically throw a bunch of your scraps in a bucket, and then you sprinkle paint, and you add a little bit of water, and you can use sprays and stuff, and then you toss it, and then you do more, and you toss it, and you get these amazing results. It's so much fun. So much fun. This would actually be kind of nice too. I kind of want a person though, so that I might be tapping into something that's not a scrap, because I don't have, obviously I wouldn't have people in here. I wouldn't have faces because they wouldn't be scraps, but let's just dig to the bottom here. See what we got. Oh, we've got some packaging here. Clearly I'm not sorting very well. Okay, so let me reach in and grab my images of some beautiful people. Let's see what we can find. Yes, I do have a lot, I confess. I confess. Let's see, I want something kind of big like this size. So let's look through this stack, because that'll be a good size for that. Oh, isn't she sweet? That's almost a little bit big. Are they all that size? Nope, that one's a little bit smaller. So we're going to aim for the smaller. So sweet. Oh my goodness, that's a precious. I'd love to pick something that pulls out the colors though, if I can. I'm not sure that we're going to bump into anything. That would be really pretty. We're not going to overthink it though. Let's use that sweetie pie. Will that fit in there? Yep. It will. It's not covered on the back, so let's grab a piece of scrap. How about this packaging paper? Let's just keep with the scrap theme, right? That's not big enough. That might be why that other piece was in here, is because I meant for it to be something to back things like this. I'm just going to tear a piece of this off. Great way to use this Amazon packaging. This is the kind that doesn't come with that icky white stuff on the inside that you just don't even want to touch. So let's do this. So cool. Okay, I feel good about those two pieces. So, and then on this side, I'm trying to think about if there's anything we could do on this side to make this interesting, because it would go over the page. So this part is going to show on the other side. Let me think a momento. You don't want to do a belly band or anything like that, because things will fall out. I thought maybe I had a pocket in here that I had not used, you know, like one that's already folded. Let me look a little deeper here. We could also make one if we wanted to. Make, not a pocket, an envelope is what I meant. But I'm not sure if we will find it. So I'm getting down into this is the autumn journal scraps that we had left over. So I don't know. I might have to come back to that, you guys. I hope you don't mind, but I think that I would love to put an envelope on the back of that. But I don't want to keep you all doing all that little stuff either. So we could also just decorate this up a little bit. That would be fun. But let's go ahead and just do the sewing on this, and then let me think about all of that. But I'll probably do that off camera, guys, because there's things I just don't have right here. So I'm going to sew this really quick, and I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave some of these on here just in case I like them. So I think I might have went a little inside there for my pockets. So let's see if these still fit. It's a little bit tight, so I'm going to need to trim that down, which means I'm going to trim around all the edges just so it doesn't look weird. We might not get all of these done. This is taking longer than I thought. Maybe we'll do one more or two more. I guess we're only 27 minutes in real time, so not too bad. I love the packaging. It's just, it doesn't add bulk to to your piece, but it's really nice and grungy-ish looking. So let's stick that in there. Okay. Oh, I love that. And that's definitely not going to work. Okay, let me take a little bit off of an edge here. It's risky to do this without trimmer, but you know, I live on the wild side. What can I say? What's the worst that's going to happen? It'll be crooked. Nobody will know. Alrighty. Let's stick that behind there. And so I'll probably do a little bit of decorating off camera, guys. Because I'll probably put just a little, like a word or something. I'm not going to go all crazy, but oh, I love how that peeks through too. That's precious. And then I'll put a word, or I'll put maybe a little bit of a cluster there. But let me get my rusty paper clip and we'll stick that on here. So we're going to go like that, like that. Nope, other way, like that. Okay, boom. That's the first one. Okay, where did our tags go? Where did I push them off to? There they are. How about we do this one and this one? It's already got its hole, so I'm thinking that our eyelets will actually fit through there. So let me see. Let me see if they will. They should. Yeah, those will be perfect. Okay, and we're not there yet. So let's pull this over. Oh, I want to use this. So do we? Oh, it's too big. I mean, it's not big enough. Darn it. Doggone it. I really wanted to use that. Oh well. That's okay. Let me pull this back over and we can search together. Unfortunately, a lot of my stuff is the samey because it's what I've been using. So it's going to be, some things are going to be similar. I'll try to get some things that are a little bit different. This one might be okay though. Haven't used that a ton. I think I used it in a recent project, and this would be awesome to use. This is from that lace page kit as well. That would be gorgeous on a tag. But that's obviously too might be able to get it on there though. I actually kind of would like to use that. Should we use that? I think that would be really pretty. Let's do that on that one. And so let's start with these two things. So let me get this. Well, we can just glue her on and then cut off the edges, right? Oh, that's really pretty. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. Let me get my fussy cut scissors and try to trim those little pesky corners. This cardboard, though, tag is a good guide, so different than trying to just do it on your own. It's a good guide. Got some overhang there. Awesome possum. Woo! So how am I going to tell where my hole is though when I get done here? So I'm going to try to see if I can feel my pencil, because once we cover up this other side it's going to be difficult. Actually, let's punch our hole now so that we have a guide. Hope that's making sense. So we're just going to punch a hole there. And that way, when we cover the other side, we'll be able to use this side as our guide. So that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So maybe we want to use some of the corresponding paper for the back though, because it will really go together. This would be really pretty. Yeah, let's do that. Easy peasy. I am loving this, guys. So simple, you guys. I mean, and you're using your trash, which isn't that the best part of junk journaling? I've gotten away from the trash. I mean, I save it and I do use a lot of it, but not as much as I could be or would like to be. So I'm going to work on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch our hole again where we can see it so that we can get it to go all the way through that other paper. Boom. Let's get an eyelet on there. Awesome. So I'm going to ink those edges too, because we can probably see the edges of that really thick white cardboard base. So there we go. So I'm going to reach over here and grab my lace scraps, which you're going to laugh your head off because it's like, boom, it's huge. Let's see if I can find something to use here. That would be pretty somewhere. I'm looking for some pink lace, I think, in this instance. Not that. Doesn't have to be pink. We could go vintage. Shall we go vintage? Where is my good stuff? This basket got turned around, so everything got moved. Where's the good stuff I've been pulling from? I hope I didn't set that somewhere else and I forgot. Forgot where it is. Okay, this. Boy, oh boy, what's the deal? Oh, what is this? This is in my scraps. I think this was something I used on my in my fairy journal, but my piece didn't fit in it, so I ended up having to cut off. And that's that button trim that is just, oh my goodness, should we do it? Should we do it? It's going to make it very thick. And it would have to be a dangle. I don't think that's really going to work, but I'm going to set that out so I can use it for something else. So let's see. Let's just find something grungy here instead of. I don't know where that piece I've been pulling off of from my coffee dyed stash, but it's not, unless I stuck it in a project basket, which is very, very possible. So we've got this. Let's see if we can grunge this up a little bit or stretch it out and make it a little bit more ruggedy. A great way to not get your fingers super sticky when you're trying to get things to get set here. So let's just trim that off. Beautiful. And let's find our Paris words, or French ephemera rather, or beautiful words. Let's grab both of them. So we could actually use one of these on the back of on the other side of the card. So these are beautiful words. These are not from Ruby and Pearl, but beautiful. Oh, be brave. Yes, right there. Don't you love it when that happens? I'm always drawn to quotes like this that are about affirmation and courage and bravery and beauty and all of that. This really always speaks to me. So that is absolutely perfecto. I feel like it needs one more thing though. I'm not sure what. Maybe a little bit of a label as well. With a little bit of pink. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not seeing anything that's striking me that's not too big, so I'll just set that aside for now. I'm running out of room here on my desk with all my scrap-ins out. I mean, this is just fine. It's pretty enough. It's simple but beautiful. So we're gonna just go with it. Okay. Go right there. And there you got it. So let's look at the back and see if we can put one of these on here. I think these are adorable. These vintage ladies. Just trying to find one that speaks to me in the current moment. I like this one right here. So we could put her on the back and around the corners. We'll probably just do one more, guys, because we're about 40 minutes. I might be able to trim stuff up a little bit, but not that much. Try to be respectful of your time as well, but as always, you guys can speed me up. I've tested it, and you can speed me up to 1.5 times the normal speed, and it's not terrible, so it's always an option. That is ugly right there. That is ugly right there. What does one do with that? I feel like I don't know where I want that. I think I want a piece of lace to go across this. Oh, look at that. Perfecto. Yeah. Let's do that. We can trim it off a little bit. Yeah, let's do it. So some of the beauty of this creative process is not overthinking your decision. Do we want her to just kind of go right there? Or off to a side? I feel like she needs to be off to a side. I almost feel like I don't like those ones. So let's look at our other, our people again here and see if something else feels good. I think actually something, I honestly could not tell you where I got these, so I hope you don't ask, because I cut them up and I just put them all together, so I don't remember. It's really pretty. I like that one. Doesn't mean I won't change my mind. I don't like the super dark edges though in this case, so I am going to trim those off a little bit. Sometimes I like that look, sometimes I don't. Okay, let's go ahead and round those corners. Don't need to ink the back, Cara-Renee. Yeah, I feel like that's more pleasing to put right there. So let's do that. Just feels like it feels right. And you know, only you know as you're creating, only you know what looks good to you and for the moment, for whatever your mood is or your inclination. So that's really pretty. So we need a word though. Let's find a word. I have all these drawers over here and I haven't labeled them, so I'll be right back. These are actually words that are from Lonnie Kent at Healing Expressions, and I bought a bunch of her some digital stuff, and so We've got some really cool sentiments. Be brave. Oh, that one's got an A missing. I didn't even notice that. Be you, that's really pretty. She decided to be herself. I want the brown ones though, if I can. She is a seeker. I love that. She is a seeker. Let's do that. Get these back in here so they don't end up in the trash when I sweep the desk off. I don't want to lose any of those. I also like the BU, but not today. Yeah. So I think I want this rounded though, which these are tricky because they're so little. I'm going to use the 4mm punch, corner rounder punch. I usually foul these up because I don't get it in the right position, especially when they're so small. But that worked out beautifully. So Lonnie Kent is an incredible mixed media artist. She's also a therapeutic counselor mentor, and she's a dear, dear friend of mine. And I have tons of her stuff throughout my studio as I purchased. Love everything that she does and what she stands for and all of that stuff. So it's really cool to have a friend like her. Shall we put this down here? I think so. Perfect place for it. So let's do one more really quick. I might not be able to decorate it, but I'll show you what I'm thinking as we go through the, we look through the stuff. Yeah, perfect. And I'll put a piece of seam binding on that, but look at that. Is absolutely gorgeous. This would just stick in a pocket beautifully. Okay, so let's get that over there, and we've got one more. I've got so much stuff here I can't even see my desk right now. Oh, I'll get that fabric out of the way. Okay, let's try this. Let's do this. I really love this paper. This is grungy papers from Digital Fit, I believe, if I'm correct. So let's go ahead and cover this. Okay, beautiful. So let's go ahead and punch that hole so that we can see it on the other side when we get to that juncture. Perfect. Okay. And let's just use the same paper. Why not? Why do we need to change it? Maybe we'll do more of the pink on the back. So yeah, let's do that. The pink roses, I mean. Again, this is pretty thick because that cardboard, that tag material itself is pretty bulky. This would make a beautiful thing for like a spine dangle or something like that. But I'm not sure exactly how I would use it because it's awfully big. I'm not sure that saving these kinds of things is really a good idea because it's so bulky. So let's go ahead and punch this hole. Okay, what do we want to do with this one? Let's see, what do we got? What do we have in here? The beautiful words. I printed a lot of the little poems and stuff. Oh, this one says garden is so pretty. I printed these really super small. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. So beautiful. lovely. The sound is the place. Oh, the wound is the place where the light enters in. I actually did a mixed media piece on that quote, around that quote many years ago. So that's the end of that. So do we want to be really simple and just do this? I think so. Let's do lovely. Try not to overthink it. And a little pink, a bit of pink lace would be really pretty on this. Let me see if that pink lace would go with this tone of paper. Not really. It's kind of it's a strange color. We've got this. This was from a garment, kids garment that I bought from the Goodwill. Ooh, look at that. Wouldn't that be pretty? Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. We already did our hole though, so we can't really do that. We should have done that before. I don't know how much this will stretch and be not so squarish. That's what I don't like about that. So what about some of this along the bottom? And then our word. Let's keep it simple, you guys. Let's just keep it simple, because we have been here for a long time. Just moved it. Trying to trim this. I'll put it back on. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Sakes alive. There we go. Easy peasy. Flowers and daisy looking flowers. It's all right. And then just put that there. It's just so simple, right? Doesn't have to be complicated. Got these die cuts, but they're very, very white. I don't think they're really going to go. I didn't die cut them. They got them from Amazon, I think. Wonder if we can ink it up. Let's try that. So I'm going to get my makeup brush and see if I can get some ink on this. Vintage it up. Oh yeah. I don't like the white, so you could of course leave it white. It's just not my jam. That's really pretty. Great job for looking, Cara-Renee. Let's just put that on there. Look at that. It's perfect. How do you glue it though? How do you glue this on and not have the glue ooze out everywhere? I love that. I love that a lot. Okay. Shall we use the other word? Shall we use, I feel like that doesn't really fit now, garden, for some reason. Oh, where did that bin go? Oh, I just knocked it over. Goodness gracious. Let's see what else we got in here. One of these greenish ones would look really cool on this particular base. Let's see, what does it say? Rather gather up all your scattered dreams and build the life you love. I like that. I'm going to trim it down. Obviously, it's too big. So I'm going to focus on the quote itself and cut off as much of the excess as possible. Do I have two there? They're just really thick. Hoping that I'm getting it square. ish or straightish. Perfect. Let's round those edges and we'll be done. It's a lot longer than I expected, but that's what happens when you're not prepared. It's just off the cuff. Even though everything is here at my fingertips, it still takes time to sort and decide, and you guys asked to see how I come to the decisions that I come to, and this is my process. So I need a little bit of lace there, but I can't figure out what I did. I must have left it in a project bin. So I'm gonna reach, just pardon me really quick so I can find that. I found it. It was kind of just buried. This is some lace I coffee dyed recently, and I absolutely love to use it to put under words and quotes. So we're gonna cut it up a little bit. I don't waste a bit of this stuff though. So that's gonna go up here so I can not lose track of it. So we're gonna put, do we want this to go down here or up at the top? I feel like it needs to kind of go in the center actually. Nope. Let's put it at the bottom. Stop him-hawing. I love textiles that you can pull like that and get it to spread out and be a little bit more wide weaved and stuff. I'll pick that up with my finger. One might need a magnifying glass to see this quote, but that's okay. That's okay. I love it. Love it just like it is. So we did we do 3? We did 3. I'm feeling good about it. We did 3 in an hour. So yay. So that is it. I will put some seam binding on there as well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.